Alrighty, welcome gentle gamers. So the MTG Greybeard, have made one more deck for the Edge of Night. This time I'm playing around with a Rakdos singleton deck. It's kind of focused on stuff out of Midnight Hunt since we're doing the Edge of Night. I just realized I didn't put in the devil guy that likes it when it changes from day to night. I probably should have put that guy in. What's his name again? The Brimstone Vandal. He's missing from the deck. Whoops, looks like I'm going to have to pitch a land here. Or do I want to pitch a creature and get him back with Wake to Slaughter? Well, Wake to Slaughter isn't really cheap enough to pull that off. Maybe I should have discarded a swamp instead of a mountain there. As usual, the MTG Greybeard is a show where you watch a regular person, so I do welcome any advice you might have about how I could be making smarter decisions, either in putting my deck together, like do you think I should put the Brimstone Vandal in this deck? Am I trying to do too much of a mix of the Spellslinger, Festival Crasher, Thermo Alchemist sort of deck? How could I focus this deck, this singleton deck? I'm kind of just playing a bunch of Rakdos cards I like, really. Which might not be the best way to get the kind of results you need, but I've already won quite a few of those cosmetic cards in this event, so not necessarily worried about winning too much here. Just kind of playing for fun, seeing what people are doing with their singleton decks. Here's a white-green one. I had a pretty miserable run when I tried a white-green deck in this format, but I wasn't playing Jaspera Sentinel or Tyvar Kell. So this is kind of an elf deck. Can only make a treasure as a sorcery. I guess it's time to play the Immerstrom Predator. Always makes me think of that Ice Cube album and song, The Predator. Hit the Tyvar Kell. Don't know why he didn't hold up his Sentinel if he knew he was playing that Planeswalker. So you can put a counter on elves. Elves get to make black mana. Oof. Valkyrie's sword, gnarly, and he's going to be able to equip that? Provided that is a male elephant. I don't like the number of counters they're putting on this Sentinel here. Oh, what's taking so long? Trying to decide whether to equip this nifty angel sword. You holding up a trick for some reason? They're not attacking. Oh, has this guy got reach? Thinking he's gonna block my dragon. Well, I don't got any creatures in the graveyard, and this guy I can pump up, right? +2/+0. And that'll be enough to kill this guy, so let's go ahead and attack with the dragon, shall I? Want to hit his Planeswalker. Might have to mute my microphone in a moment. Whoops, didn't mean to leave the microphone off so long. So it was nice to get a win there. I'm wondering what my cosmetics will be. I know I've already got Florian, Vadric, Lier, Liesa, Jaren Corrupted Bishop. Oh, speak of the devil. Who's left? I guess I'd like to have that zombie master guy. Do they have a cosmetic of him available? And then there's the werewolves. Might have to mute the mic in a moment. So that was an interesting win. I feel like I really battled back. I used the board wipe with the Meat Hook Massacre. And there were some interesting interactions toward the end. I thought that he made that one mistake and brought himself down to 8 life, which let me finish him off the next turn. But it looked like I sort of had the game. The mistake was he let my Immersturm Predator come in, and even though it was hasted and exiled at the end of the turn, I mean, that was 3 damage you didn't want to be taking there. He didn't have to worry about that guy sticking around because he only had a couple of turns left. Anyway, I don't know if that was that big a mistake. Leave a comment if you think that my opponent could have played that ending differently, or if you think they were just doomed. Always interested to know people's thoughts on the strategy. Well, fun to get Jaren Corrupted Bishop out. I'm interested in how my creature removal pumps up my Festival Crasher and a Rakdos version of the red spells deck, or the red-blue spells deck. So creating a human token, please just go ahead and resolve that if you don't have any effects you're considering using. I'll be as quick as I can. In turn. Bloodthirsty Adversary is only going to be good once I get a few more mana out and get a spell in that graveyard. I like the way it'll pump up the Festival Crasher a second time with that spell. How do we feel about the alternate art? I kind of want to go back from some of these black and white arts. It's not always exactly my cup of tea. Now, Reckless Stormseeker I love because he can haste himself. Or herself, I'm not sure. I love the comment from somebody on Good Luck High Five, one of my favorite YouTubers. They said, you know, Reckless Stormseeker is going to be a great Halloween costume. Definitely somebody who's living their best life. Oh, and since it's nighttime, they get +2 in Trample. I guess it doesn't change to day if I don't cast 2 spells, so my Olivia's Midnight Ambush might be a gnarly one. Well, here's a nice aggro Rakdos start for you. Here in the Singleton format, where an aggressive start is accelerated by that Nightfall emblem that keeps making people take damage and keeps letting me draw cards. Nice aggressive start. Storm Rage Slasher really... Oh wow, and they're scooping them. Maybe I will get a pile of gold for my trouble here. I wonder if I'll finally have a max win run of the Edge of Night. I have so far only had a couple of max win runs. I was really proud of myself when I was doing the Midnight Hunt Draft Challenge. You know, that was a little bit higher level of competition. The buy-in was a whole lot of gems, right? I think it was 3,000 gems, 2,000 or 3,000 gems, and the rewards were draft tokens, which are worth, what, 1,500 gems a pop, right? And when I got a max win run in that, I got quite a few draft tokens, which was pretty cool because I do love drafting. I was excited to do a couple of free drafts of that Ravnica mixer that they're doing now. Don't know how to get my Arena Tutor off the screen. I usually hit Alt F. Oh, Alt T. That'll do it. Okay, do I want to zap the eye twitch? I don't believe I do. I'll get a third turn Jaren this game, just like the last game. I'm going up against some kind of a Dimir deck. Snow-covered lands, Dimir stuff. Is it going to be Dimir zombies? One would hope. Since this is the Edge of Night, I could see doing some kind of Dimir control. So I'm playing Orcus without using any of his kicker option. Is that a kicker mechanic? Not exactly a kicker, but there's a great funny YouTube video out there about how, pretty much every MTG mechanic is kicker, right? Because then I thought that might soak up some of the removal for when I cast Goldspan. But here we go. Now they're between a rock and a hard place. Ah, they were saving their removal for Goldspan. And why don't I use my Dragon's Fire in response to zap the eye twitch? I gotta turn off my microphone for just a moment, if y'all excuse me. Alrighty. So I can't get out Gisa right now. I could do some kind of gnarly Dragon's Fire on his Prosperous Innkeeper out of the graveyard, or I could Defenestrate him. But why don't I save Defenestrate for the next turn? So I'll cast my Ecstatic Awakener and my Festival Crasher. Then I'll attack, and I can, when I Defenestrate, that'll pump up my Festival Crasher. And when I cast the Bloodthirsty Adversary, I've still got the option of pulling a spell out of the graveyard that'll, once again, pump up my Festival Crasher. So that's why I chose to do things in that order here. Always eager to hear your comments about what order you think I might have done things a little better. Now here, if I get the Spellrune Painter out, I'll have another. Oh, but what's going on here? So we got the Tangled Florahedron. Why don't I just go ahead and attack? We'll see how they block, and from there we can make choices about how do I want to use the Ecstatic Awakener. I think what I'll just do is sack out the human here. Draw a card. Oh no! Do I still draw the card? Interesting. Well, that'll be fun to get out Magda. Still haven't gotten a swamp to cast Gisa. Wouldn't it be cool if that was my next draw? Glad I saved Defenestrate, because now I can kill Vorinclex with it. It sucks that I have to take a hit from Vorinclex. So Defenestrate is definitely the play here. And then Spellrune Painter, because they're like a little bit bigger. A little bit gnarlier of a blocker. Here's an interesting game. Do you think I'm going to win? Make your prediction now in a comment. And then you can see by the end whether you were right. No longer nighttime. Callous Blood Mage. What's he going to make? A pest token? Draw a card. Yeah, pest token I think is a good call right here. Oh, I hope I can play No Way Out on my next turn and get rid of the 2 cards in his hand. Oh, you're casting the fumes. You're drawing the... getting the life. Hitting me. Well, here's that swamp. I can finally cast Gisa. Or do I want to cast No Way Out and make him draw a discard? No. It's going to be Gisa and Magda right now, and then I can produce treasures, with which I can pump up a big bloodthirsty adversary. Hopefully he's holding up a combat trick and I can make him discard both cards. I say him because I see Teferi here. I'm not making any assumptions about the gender of Recognize. Oh no! You're trampling with that fella. So if I don't want to take 5 damage, I gotta block with poor Gisa. Ouch. So what have I got in here? I've got Defenestrate. So that's a big bloodthirsty adversary. I've never played one so big. That's kind of fun. So I can choose up to 2. Defenestrate and Dragon's Fire. I'm going to cast Defenestrate on Vorinclex and Dragon's Fire on Innkeeper. Maybe I should have cast it on the Blood Mage. Maybe I should have cast... I don't know. That pumps up my Festival Crasher considerably. I think I'll definitely attack with the Crasher and with Magda. Hold up the bloodthirsty adversary. No. Ugh. I wonder what they're learning for... They're learning for Mascot Exhibition, of course. Well, that was a fun game. If I draw Burn Down the House, wouldn't that be great? No, that's one loss. Did I already have a loss? Am I eliminated from the tournament? I can't remember. No, that was just my first loss. Still a chance to win some gold and finish off my collection of cosmetics. Which I think will be a nice capper to all the work I've been doing on Midnight Hunt. I made it all the way through all the levels of the Mastery Pass. Got myself the pet. Flame Channeler turn 2, Gisa Glorious Protector, or Orcus on turn 4. Got a Meat Hook to kill any pesky creatures that might be bothering me. Meat Hook doesn't deal damage though, it just destroys, right? Oh, it gives -X. That's not the same as dealing damage. Neither is Orcus's effect, also a -X. Reminds me of the old school magic Pestilence. Oh no, that dealt damage. Such fine distinctions in the metaphysics of magic. Oh, it'll be fun to get the Tainted Adversary out with a big payoff. No, I can't attack. It's nighttime. Darn it. Well, hopefully I can cast 2 cards some turn and make it daytime. So I don't want to block the Ulvenwald and not even trade. They can do the unnatural moonrise and make it night, but it's already night. In case you didn't know, the Edge of Night format, what do you call it, event, gives you this emblem where at the beginning of your upkeep it becomes day. Whenever day becomes night, you draw a card. Oh, I'm sorry, if it's neither night nor day, it becomes day. I got confused about that. You know, it's not like it becomes day on your upkeep every upkeep. Well, meat hook for 3, I guess. Oh, I can't do a meat hook for 3 just yet. Well, geese is 4/4. So when I do meat hook for free, I will resurrect gloriously. Oh no, because you're putting counters? Ah. Maybe I draw some form of removal. Wouldn't it be great if I drew a defenestrate? Or a power word kill. I don't think I put that in the deck, but that would be perfect right now. I probably should put that in this deck. How do you get this pet? I got this one as part of my rewards for gaining experience levels. Asika's Chariot. Should have known. Oof. Nice play. I guess I could meat hook for 2. Can't meat hook enough to kill the Lord of the Ulvenwald. I'll just troll this nice person with a meat hook for 2. Well, thanks for watching. That was my last run at Midnight Hunt event, The Edge of Night. Probably wouldn't have won any of those games by putting a Brimstone Vandal in that deck. But it was a fun event. Let's see what I get. 1,000 coins pays me halfway back. Rem Carolus, not somebody I've played with a lot. I haven't really messed around with the Boros archetype much in Midnight Hunt. Denic Pious Apprentice is a nifty one. I have a funny story with that guy where I was trying to use that card, the green card that lets you shuffle stuff from your graveyard back into your deck, but I couldn't target it because he was there, and oh, I was so frustrated. I lost a game. Probably should have won. Anyways, I'm the MTG Greybeard. Welcome any of your comments about how I might have done things better in those games, especially the ones where I got the losses. Have a good one. Happy Halloween.